Hi, this is Joshua. Yes, you know who I am. You recognize me. But anyways, this is part two of the whole ordeal with UMass Amherst women's lacrosse. I already told you why I say Amherst in the last video. And please be advised that I am protected by the First Amendment, freedom of speech. This video cannot be held against me. I'm not making any threats. I'm staying calm. I've always been calm in the videos, and just to let you know, just because I sound a little upset about it doesn't mean I'm a threat or anything. Doesn't mean I'm gonna hurt anybody. I want everybody to learn that. Like I said, just because I sound upset, angry, and ticked off, it doesn't mean I'm a threat. It doesn't mean I'm gonna hurt anybody. Yes, I'm a big guy, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna hurt anybody, so everyone needs to get that out of their heads. If you think like that, then you're the one that needs help, not me. You. But anyways, as I was saying in the last video, yes, I was holding a grudge against UMass Amherst women's lacrosse. Yes, I was, but then, like I said, 3 people came and talked to me about it, and they have a good point. I shouldn't have punched the whole team because of one person. Well, at least one person. But yeah, I shouldn't patronize UMass Amherst women's lacrosse because of one person. So yeah, like I said, I was going to put that to bed. I was going to put that behind me until that HR thought it was really necessary to bring up the whole lacrosse thing again, because that operations staff claimed that she wasn't comfortable with me being in the building and stuff. Like I said, okay, I'm not going to hurt anybody. I usually go there if I have a question for a coach or a staff. But really, like I said, that staff, that's been there since what, July 2015. Now it's August 2016, so that makes over a year. And please note, today is August 9th, 2016. Please add that to note. But anyway, yeah, this all gotta stop, really. Because you're not making me look bad. Y'all making yourselves look bad. By coming with all this nonsense and stuff. I'm staying calm. I'm staying positive. I'm doing Twitter polls about what people think and not think. But, I asked on Twitter if people think I'm a threat or stop labeling me as a threat. So far, the poll is going up to yes, but yes is in the lead. As far as people that vote no, that pretty much shows that people fear what they don't understand. Yes, if you're watching this video and you voted no, then that shows that you really do fear what you don't understand. And you're the one that needs help, not me, you. Because let me tell you something. A person with autism as well as other disabilities, they don't have diseases. Okay, really. Do you want to railroad somebody for life because you don't understand them? I'm like, is that what you want to do? Think about it. Think about it. You want to railroad somebody because you didn't understand them? Wow. It makes me wonder if you sleep at night after you did that to that person because you didn't understand them. But anyways, all of this has got to stop. Enough is enough. No more excuses. No more. Really, no more. And just remember that all UMass campuses is a friendly environment, not a hostile environment. I'll say it again, and maybe I'll say it one more last time. UMass campuses, all of them, is supposed to be a friendly environment, not a hostile environment. I'll say it for the 3rd time. All UMass campuses is supposed to be a friendly environment, not a hostile environment. And I'm telling all students, grad students, employees, coaches, etc. I want them to get that in their head. All UMass campus is supposed to be a friendly environment, not a hostile environment. Okay? I'm not trying to sound like a jerk or anything, but really, all this nonsense has got to stop, and it stops today, and it stops now. We need to learn to get along with each other. We don't have to like each other at any UMass campus, but we still have to get along. Remember what Rodney King once said? Can we all get along? Can we all get along? We're stuck here for a while. Let's try to work it out. So yes. And as for that new coach, that new UMass coach, really, I'm not trying to sound like a jerk or anything, but really, rumors said you were team captain of USA. Come on. If you're really on Team USA and that's how you are when somebody's trying to be nice to you by saying welcome to UMass Nation, then really, way to represent and stuff like that. Way to represent, and just be nice. Okay, I understand you want to be safe than sorry, but it's just, there are better ways to handle that. And just because I tweeted a YouTube video saying this will help you get ready, I'm like, that's not something block worthy. It wasn't block worthy just because I tweeted a YouTube video of something that'll help you get pumped up for the season. That is completely not block worthy. It's not. But like I said, we don't all have to like each other, but we still have to get along. Yes, we do. And not to mention great legends like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks gave their lives to put an end to all this nonsense like this. Now, just because I say don't hate and fear what you don't understand, it doesn't always mean I'm talking about race. It's not. Now, yeah, as far as equal opportunity goes, really, does it really take at least a couple weeks to address something, discuss something? Really? Come on. I understand they're busy and stuff, but really, equal opportunity, it should not take at least a couple weeks just to discuss something that happened back in April. Now it's August. But anyways, like I said, First Amendment, freedom of speech. And I'm sure people of UMass Amherst Athletics is probably saying don't watch my videos. They think I'm just a ranter and all that. Here's another thing I want to put to light. If you're going to address the situation, instead of telling me to be careful all the time, how about all of you be careful about what you say? Because y'all the ones need to be careful as well. Because sometimes when you address things, you may not realize that you're actually making the situation worse than it is. For example, one parent told me at the UMass women's lacrosse game, she told me to tone it down. She was firm about it. And I also want to say, that parent knew what to say and what not to say. She did it nicely, calmly, and no problems. Only problem was, it was just funny. I was upset the referees complaining about me disagreeing with them. But that's not the point. I have to give that parent a thumbs up. Because you knew what to say and what not to say. Maybe you can teach these athletic staff a thing or two about what to say and not to say. I'm not trying to force anything. It's just a thought. But yeah. But anyways, next time you see me around, don't look at me as a threat. I wish you'd stop that right now. I really wish you'd stop that. Look at me as a nice person. Look at me as a person that's calm and all that and nice. Yeah, I may have a moment, but doesn't mean you should distance yourself from me, because is that what you do to somebody who has that little moment? You distance yourself from them? Support is better than distancing yourself from them. It is. But like I said, no, we don't have to like each other on any of the UMass campuses or anywhere, but we still have to get along. Yes, we do. As far as equal opportunity goes, yes, they said a couple weeks, but I'll tell you about it if I can. So hope everyone understands from this video, and just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean you should railroad them for life because you just don't like them. That doesn't give you that right. Just stay away from them. Just don't talk to them. That's it. Don't go playing that I don't feel comfortable card, because that's being overplayed more than the race card. It is. Because all you have to say is I don't feel comfortable, and guess what? the person gets railroaded for life. Railroaded to the point where they start having like thoughts of suicide and all that. I'm not saying it's me, but really, you don't want to do that. And if that person does have those thoughts, you know, their families can go after you because, really, you just want to play that game because you don't like them. But guys, really, everybody, let's all try to understand each other. The more understanding, the better. And I'll say it again, Rodney King said it himself back in '92. We're stuck here for a while. Let's all try to work it out. This is Joshua Brown. Thank you for watching.